Okay, guys, I am here with a little video to help you out with week 6 assignment. Now, this assignment seems to be a big challenge for everyone, so I wanted to make sure we were on the same page. So if you go to the announcements tab, you will see that I have posted an assignment for the week. Now, some stuff is in all caps, some is not. This is important because so many students get it wrong. Now, a side note, this is next week's the final week of class. Nothing can be accepted for a grade after the class closes. Okay, this is a hard rule. And unfortunately, it's one that I've had to enforce with certain students. So don't be that student. Now, the details of your actual assignment are not as difficult. It's 750 to 1,000 words. You want to analyze the 5 stages of grief. You want to identify 2 specific cultures. Okay, let me go back a little bit. The 5 stages of grief, that's Kubler-Ross. Now, you want to use the original source wherever you can, okay? If, for example, if you guys need to talk about the stages, sometimes you may want to use one of the resources that I've given you. If at all possible, try to go back to the original source, her original source, okay? If not, it's okay to use Axelrod, but just try not to use it too much, okay? Now, as far as your 2 specific cultures, this is really important. It's easy to get drawn into a culture like America or the African American culture and you say like American Indian culture. Well, as you guys well know, America is a melting pot. There are many different cultures and customs with death. The same goes for the African American and the American Indian cultures. I mean, the Navajo practice different rituals for the dead than, say, the Cherokee Indians. So be very specific. If you want to go the American Indian route, choose the Navajo. You know, if you do want to go the African American route, choose, Nigeria or choose Nairobi or choose a specific tribe, okay? I'm not saying you have to choose those cultures. That is just one suggestion or one example. Now, the third part of the assignment has to do with the impact that cultural differences may have on each of the stages. Now, this is important because you want to start making those connections between your cultures and the stages of Kubler-Ross, okay? So, for example, in the Jewish culture, they don't go out, they don't go to any parties or anything, for 30 days after their loved one died. Now, that is not the case for some other cultures. So you want to start outlining those discrepancies, and that's kind of how you want to talk about the impact that they may have. Because if one culture can't go anywhere and the other culture is saying, yes, I want to go somewhere, those are the kinds of things that you want to discuss there. 2 to 3 references from readings or videos. You may also use the GCU library, okay, or any other scholarly resource. Side note, Wikipedia is not a valid source, all right? If you have questions about what a scholarly source is, that information is typically listed here under add-ons. Now, note, this is a research paper, okay? No personal information is to be involved. While I value your own personal grief stories, the purpose of this paper is about research in these 3 points above. It is not about your process when a loved one died, okay? You have to be below 20% or you will have your paper returned. Also, I've attached this helpful file. It has links. Okay. If you look, it talks about the aspects, okay? The 2 critical issues. It's going to talk a little bit about what I went over. You can read this in more detail, okay? And also know, that your own experiences are not the purpose of the assignment. There's some links here to help you out. Please use them. I found them very helpful. And on top of that, if you should so choose, you can also then, you can go to the assignments tab, week 6, okay? and to your rubrics. All right. Now your rubric for this class, again, it goes over analyzing the stages. It talks specifically about what I'm looking for from a 1 to a 5, what you're going to need. Okay. Evidence used to support your rationale. I'm looking for specific use of citations here. Okay. You are connecting your research to the cultures. Okay. If you don't do this, you can't get higher than this right here. All right. Same goes for this aspect that we previously discussed. Make sure your thesis is clear. You have logical progression. Use grammar check and spell check, guys. Make sure those are all gone. Appropriate template, we're talking about APA formatting here. Okay, you need to have a header. You need to make sure your Times New Roman 12-point font. You need to make sure your indents are correctly used at each paragraph. Check your grammar. Last but not least, that's your reference and your citations, okay? If you don't cite, you're not getting credit even if you include a reference. This is a research paper. If you put references on there and you don't put citations, I have no idea what material is yours and what isn't yours, where those references were used, okay? So make sure. Now, I do have more materials under add-ons for citations for those purposes to help you out, all right? Now, if you do have any questions about the assignment, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I am here for you, all right? I hope that you guys have a great day. Work hard, study hard. Thanks for your time.